Welcome back. It is Newtonian upgrade time. Last time we got the whole telescope disassembled. We got cooling fan installed. Whee! And today we're going to be working on the optical tube and we're going to be vlogging it, and we're also going to be looking at what we're going to do with the spider. Before we start, I actually have something I want to ask you guys about. See, this is obviously the spider for the telescope, and my original plan when I planned this video was that I was going to be replacing the spider, but it's actually a pretty nice spider. It's all metal, 3 spider vanes, which I think is okay. But one of the reasons I wanted to replace it was because a lot of the times for these telescopes you get these very thin, flimsy spider vanes to reduce how much light they block. This is obviously a lot thicker. So I think I'm going to keep it, but what I wanted to ask you guys about is this. So this is my heater for the secondary mirror. So this one would go on something like that. Probably wrap it up a little higher, but anyway, you get the point. You know what these are. That's the heater. The wire would then go and be fed back here through the back and something like that. And I then just be using little zip ties, also cable ties to kind of tie this cable in as sneakily as I could to one of the spider vanes and then run it out the front of the telescope. Now, one of the things that I want to do now is I want to be able to have this thing permanently installed on the scope. But the problem is, as you can see, this is going to be the front of the telescope. The wire is going to come out, so the dust cover, it can't go on now because that wire is in the way. First of all, I've been considering if I should get one of those, glue on the back kind of things, but I'm not really sure it would work for me because the way this spider is designed here, so I'm not sure I could actually glue anything on the back. So I'm probably going to be stuck with this now that I'm looking at it. I could make a cut in the dust cover to put somewhere where the wire could run out so that it could just be there permanently. I did buy a second barrel jack, and I was considering actually drilling a hole in the side of the scope just right before or right after where the spider ends, so right around where the optical tube is here, or actually where one of the spider vanes comes out, so I could just run the wire out and then directly into that. Seeing how big this is, how deep this is gonna go and set in, I would probably have to do something with, we take the optical tube here, so wherever the spider vane comes out, make a box that I could put on the outside, 3D print something where I could then have this plug in, and then that could sit on the outside, and I could just put a normal DC power cable directly to the heater. But I don't know. That's what I need your guys' feedback for. What would you do? Would you just install the heater every session? Should I drill the scope? Should I cut the dust cover? I am not really sure. So let me know in the comment section what you think I should do, and then we'll probably do that in a future video because I don't want to do that now. Then we're going to get the optical tube back because we are going to be vlogging this optical tube. Now, what is vlogging? Vlogging is when you put this kind of velvet materials on the inside of the tube. Now, why do we do that? We do that to reduce internal reflections. Now, while this is painted, and it's painted in a relatively nice matte paint, there will still be, because it is a smooth surface, there will be reflections. Putting this kind of velvet sticky thing on the inside of the telescope is going to drastically reduce internal reflections inside the scope. And it is also going to therefore increase the contrast that you can get in your images. Problem is, as we discussed in the last video, I can't get these screws out. I don't have the tools, or maybe they're already stripped from a previous owner. I did get this second hand, and they do look quite rough. So I don't know if somebody's trying to disassemble this scope before. Okay, so how do we do this the easiest way now? It would be easier if that was not there. But I think I'm just gonna make long strips now. Relatively wide strips, and then I'm just going to start them there at the back, like attach them so they kind of match up to the front, and then just slowly work my way from the back and then front.
Now, after many failed attempts of getting this flocking materials mounted inside the telescope, I ran out of materials, so I ordered more and I tried again. This was a bit of a pain, and if you're ever gonna undertake this yourself, I would absolutely recommend that you do whatever you can to get that rear cell removed, as that would have made my life so much easier. But I gotta work with what I got, and eventually I did actually manage to get everything in there. So now we just have to cut openings for the focuser and holes for all the other bolts that's gonna go through the optical tube. I'm not sure how well this is gonna come across on camera, but this looks so weird when you look into the opening where the focuser is gonna go. Because you can like, it looks like it's just that like a infinitely black hole, and if you put your hand inside the tube, you can't even see your own hand unless you put it all the way up to the actual opening, just because there's so little light reflection inside the tube. And if you look down the tube now, it's just completely blacked out. This is a world of a difference to compare to what it was before. And this should hopefully help us increase the contrast in the images you can take with this scope significantly. I know myself well enough to know that at this point I just begin to get creative, and this often would end up with stripped screws. So
this one is a bit of a fail. I didn't do the measurements correctly. The intention was that you would take these wheels off and replace it with this. However,